Hey, yo, you don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me. But you will respect me. You know why? Cause I'm a boss.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Nikki Johnson with URL Radio. We're here with another Boss Babe segment. I am with Mary from The Wife's Wife today. How are you doing today, Mary?
I'm good.
Awesome. So The Wife's Wife, you need to tell me about this.
I came up with the name The Wife's Wife from a lady that I was working for when her husband entered the room and said, "Is your wife here?" And she looked at me and said, "Do you mind that my family calls you the wife?" And I'm like, "Well, no." And then a few days later, I was working in someone's yard, and a lady from across the street came and asked me what I was doing, and I told her. And as I work, I pray a lot, and I kept coming back to The Wife's Wife as a name for this company. And when I mentioned it to that lady, she said, "Oh my gosh, when I worked in 40 hours a week, everybody would say, 'We need a wife. I need a wife at home.'" And so that's how the name began.
So how long have you been doing stuff like this? Like, how did you get started?
I got started from my husband just kind of, would help people out. And then they would say, "Gosh, I need my flower bed restored," or "I need, can someone help me with my garden?" And he goes, "Well, I don't do that work." And then he just said, "But my wife might." And that's kind of how this whole thing kind of started and eventually evolved in seeing a need on the community and being able to fill that need. One of my specialties is flower bed restoration, where people do their flower beds and they haven't touched them in years, and now they maybe can't do it anymore, and so they call me and I come in and I freshen it up, I restore it, move plants around, whatever they need to be done.
What is the strangest job that you ever had?
The strangest job I ever did was clean buzzard poop off of a deck of a business that is being renovated to re-rent to a new company.
So you do all kinds of stuff. Would you say that this holiday season is something that people are going to be calling you for?
Well, I would hope so. One of the expansions of my business is doing holiday decorating, where I go into homes and help these people that can't get the decorating done. Either they can't do it because they don't have time, or they just can't do it anymore. My demographic I thought would be younger people, but it's turned out to be more of the elderly or incapacitated type person. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is estates. When an elderly person comes to the point of downsizing, maybe moving to assisted living, and it's time to go through the stuff. Their whole life is in their home. And who do they usually call? They usually call their kids. And the kids have to come in, and then the kids, because they have their own homes and they're busy and they have soccer practice and whatnot, they're busy, and now they've taken on this task of helping sort through a lifetime. And I want to be that bridge between families that make the elderly feel important about their things and help their children not have to go through everything, and kind of it causes division in families. I just want to be the bridge between parents and children as parents are families as they're downsizing, maybe moving into assisted living, to help them go through their things, sort through it, make them feel valued, but yet also help them to let go of things and give their family the freedom to have relationship rather than just feeling dismissed because their things aren't important just because they're busy.
You have a heart for people and you see the inside of how families function, and I think that is something that is a bonus to being able to work with somebody like you, because you have that insider kind of information as far as family function and just wanting people to have peace rather than feeling like there's so much going on in that time of need.
Right.
What's your favorite type of job to do?
I think I really enjoy the outdoors, so I think my favorite job is yard work, trimming a bush and making it look nice from just looking kind of ratty, or a new shrub or hedge that's all done and just pristine and proper.
I got the privilege of seeing how you work like firsthand when we were in Houston. And can you talk a little bit about that trip and how does that incorporate into the types of things that you do in your work?
My church offered me the opportunity to take a mission trip to Houston to help with Hurricane Harvey recovery. Because I'm self-employed, I can also take that time and go on those trips. What we did down there is we put on a new roof on a church, we sheetrocked a church, And we also helped a family move back into their home and get it all ready for them to move their furniture back in and live their lives. It's just a great opportunity. I'm a servant at heart. God made me. My name may be Mary, but God made me a Martha. I just love to serve people and get satisfaction out of seeing them blessed.
So do you do consultations?
Yes, I will go into a home or go to the property and talk with the people, see what they want, and then I will let them know what I think it's going to take, how long it'll take me to do it, and I charge an hourly rate.
So if there's a boss babe who's wanting to start a business or is new in the business world, what kind of advice would you give her?
Especially if she's doing something in the service field, to go for it. I have thought of doing this 10 years, maybe 15 years ago. I've had friends encourage me. And this time when I made the suggestion, one of my friends, Lynette, she said, well, when are you going to start? And if I would have done this 15 years ago, I can only imagine where my business would be right now. So I encourage you to take the step out in faith and go for it.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, where do they find you?
They can find me at my Facebook page, The Wife's Wife, or they can call me at 226-0394.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary.
Yep. Thank you, Nikki.